Good afternoon. It is March 23rd, 2021, and here is what we are looking at for the day. It looks like today was maybe a range day, but now it's starting to look like, well, basically, we were trading up, got some weakness in the trend at about 903, made a double, well, really like a triple top right here, maybe even a quadruple top because that's where the overnight highs were at 1018, and ever since then we've been trading down. Um, but yeah, it looked like it was pretty much a range day, um, just a counter, or not a counter trend break, but a breakout of the range right here. We'll see how that plays out over the next couple of days. But let's take a look at these trades. I wasn't able to draw this. I wasn't able to draw this trend till right about here, and we didn't even know if it was going to hold prices until here, 9:06 a.m. So you really got to be playing these short-term channels. Um, a couple aggressive setups, not too short. I mean, obviously, I like this because we have confirmation of that trend line. And then you get a second entry short here right before 12 noon. But other than that, I just see a bunch of aggressive moves. Um, we'll take a look at those. Let's zoom in. So overnight prices made a big leg down, and then they bounced at around 3:30 a.m. and you got a spike in channel. Let's take this off. You get this spike in channel, and then we get this congested area leads to a break. This is a little too congested for me. It just looks like people are getting chopped up, and I don't like entering in that, even though that's right around the open. So then prices do start to trend up, and it does look like this is a second entry here. Um, so maybe I should mark that maybe a little aggressive because it is a second entry, but we don't know what's happening yet. And so this trend channel broke and we got one leg up. So we are expecting another leg up. That is what happened. But I don't know. I'm not too sure about that. Let's see what Mac has to say about that. Other people might also be playing it like a breakout pullback off of this price level. Here, I'll show you that. So people might be playing it that way too. So that would be another reason for you to take it. And it's not even technically a second entry long. It just looks like it because it goes down, up, down, up. So just something to think about. Then prices, I extended this trend channel because we get the break, couple legs up. It goes back into the trend channel. We get this triple test right here. Um, I was thinking about marking that, but I mean, it looks like prices are trending up. So do you have enough room to scalp out before the EMA? Let's see. So you'd probably be entering at 31.25. Yeah, you don't even have enough room to scalp out before the EMA because that's 1 point. That'd be like 4 ticks. And you do barely get, well, in on this swing, you barely get a scalp out of that. But then we make this lower high, a great signal bar. So if you want to be aggressive and go short there, you could. It's also like a breakout pullback off of this trend channel. And as you can see, that is a great move, and it brings you down to the the what we're anticipating to be the trend channel at this point. Again, this is not the confirmation, okay, but we get this higher low, and it looks like a trap. We get this higher low, so if you want to be aggressive, there's some room to scalp out before the EMA, and that brings us into this channel. There aren't really any good entries here. First entry, failed second entry, first entry, failed second entry, but it's kind of far from the EMA. First entry, failed second entry. So if you're being aggressive, maybe go there, long there, but that's into the overnight highs as well. And it looks like prices are respecting those overnight highs. So you probably don't want to do that. Then we just get some congestion at the overnight highs. Nice leg down, but I don't see any way you could enter on this. This actually first entry. This actually looks like it might be a failed second entry long, but it's a doji. But it is off the EMA, so let me at least, at the very least, put a little box here because that does look like a failed second entry long. But anyway, prices come back up, and I got to mark this because now I'm looking. We get a little trap right here at the overnight highs. People are going long there with this nice leg up, but uh, get a break. Okay, I thought it was an overshoot, but well, it looks more like a break leg up. But yeah, this is an aggressive move because it's not like a lower high. But it is at this price level, the overnight highs. So as you can see, a bunch of longs got trapped. It goes all the way down to the bottom of the channel. Um, this is confirmation of this trend channel, this larger trend channel. So that would be an aggressive entry. But you would get more than a scalp out of it. We enter into some congestion around there, um, and we get a breakout. Looks like a with trend breakout because we broke into that congestive area here, but it's hard to say because this looks like congestive area right here. Um, so if you want to take this back into congestion, that's an aggressive entry because it's not a lower high, but it is back into congestion and it does scalp you out. Um, and prices, the congestive area might have actually been a little larger. This might be the midline after this swing. That's when you might draw it up there. So you do get a second entry long. It's off the trend line. That's why I like this entry, and I marked it blue. It's a second entry long, and you could think of it if you didn't have your trend line drawn up there or your congestive area drawn up there. That's like a breakout pullback. Okay, so it's something to think about. I really like the that it's a second entry long off the trend line. Simply a great entry for that reason. But prices do bounce off the top of the trend. You get a little overshoot that does lead to a break. And here we get a second entry short, first entry, second entry short, but it's into this midline, the greater uh, range of the day between the overnight highs and lows. It's going into that midline, and the signal bar is not weak or it's not strong. So it is a second entry short, but also you have an overshoot here, so that usually leads to a break. I don't know. It's a tough entry, tough call whether that'll work or not. We get some movement down to a new low, and we get this big leg up. Tries to go lower once, lower twice. You get a good signal bar. Um, it's a congestive area though, so it is aggressive. It's also a big signal bar, and we're expecting to go lower, but it is a higher low. And that's why I was looking at that. Then we get this leg down, and this is actually only a first entry, failed first entry long, but it looks like it traps some longs, and it's a trap. So that's why I marked that, but it is aggressive, very aggressive. And then here we get a second entry short, first entry, and it kind of looks like this overshoot, and then this kind of like one leg up, two legs up. So you could be looking at it like that. You're expecting it to go lower. It is a second entry short though. And you get a big leg down after that. And price has just been made a big leg down, and now they're a little congestive. You see a little bounce at this price level around here. Let's see if there were any measured moves. I didn't check that out today. Um, doesn't look like it. Because if you want to measure this right here, This definitely didn't make it. So maybe, that's a little weakness in the market. Let's check out these legs down though. Let me make these bigger. Let's check this out. Let's see right there. Looks like it ends about here. And that's, yeah, that goes way longer. You get a little bounce a few ticks lower than that, but yeah. Let's measure this. Okay, this looks like it might have been a measure move from this leg because we're getting bounces here. But anyways, that's what I saw today. Hope you had a good day, and I'll be back tomorrow.